you're upset because your favorite YouTuber is doing a sponsorship. Well, what if YouTube dies? It's okay to do it for money. You can't just be an Instagram model when you're 50. This customer literally made me cry, all because of chicken nuggets. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of In Your 20s. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about jobs, careers, money, just life after college. The reason for this video was that I was actually cleaning out my car from college. I found my old paycheck, so I'll be showing you guys my old checks later on in this video. So let's go ahead and get into what we're eating today, or what I'm eating today. I went to Einstein Bagels. I love their cold brew shakes. They're so good. I like to mix a vanilla and caramel. I like whip and then caramel drizzle on the top. So I got a jalapeno cheddar one, and ooh, look at how good that looks. And then I just get like the plain cream cheese. So just like a little backstory about me. I went to college. I graduated when I was 22. I got my degree in communication, and right now I am 24 and I own a business, and I also have a blog where I do business coaching and stuff, and I also just do YouTube. At this current state of my life, I feel like I've seen like a good amount of success. I definitely feel like I'm still like figuring it out. So if you're younger, even if you're like older, I feel like it's totally okay, because life is like your journey. I would much rather be lost and confused and like trying all these different things rather than just settling and being stuck at a place that like I just hate and like doesn't make me happy. Going into 2022, what I've been noticing is like this whole Great Resignation movement where everyone's like quitting their jobs, starting their businesses. So I kind of wanted to touch on how to create like a legitimate business. So taking like your side hustle and moving it into like an actual legal business. So for example, I work full-time Monday through Friday, and then on the weekdays I go to like the little like flea market and I sell those like custom tumbler cups. So basically when I am doing that, I'm a sole proprietor because I haven't claimed any legal entity. So you're automatically a sole proprietorship. I remember that was the first thing that I was so confused when I first started my business, because I was just like, what am I? Because do I have to like do paperwork for a sole proprietorship? You know, all that stuff. No, you don't. When you make sales through your like side hustle, that is basically called personal income, and you have to claim that on your taxes. Crazy thing is that there's just so many, I guess, like mistakes. Like when I first started, I didn't have like a business banking account, so I would do stuff with my own personal bank accounts and like my own personal credit cards and everything, and it just got really messy when I was doing my taxes. But you do want to separate it, because how are you going to know your expenses versus like your income from that? You know, when it's like intertwined with all of your personal stuff, like you don't really have like a clear picture of like what's going on with your side hustle. And then like the biggest thing of getting your side hustle to like an actual business is filing for an LLC. This is going to protect you if anything happened. When you are an LLC, you are protected from that. So they're not actually suing you, they're suing your business. And there's just like kind of like a whole nother thing of like how the money like flows and stuff like that. So I think like the best time to actually go for an LLC is before your first transaction, so that you're like completely set up. Or if you're kind of like on the edge of like, well, I kind of want to try this out and see if this is something that I really want to pursue, then I would just do it until your business really proves the concept. But one of the things I would say is that filing for an LLC can be so confusing. First of all, there is a ton scammy websites out there that aren't actually the state website, and it's just so crazy because it looks so similar and you think you're on the actual state website and you're actually not. And that is just the scariest thing, because you're inputting and filing such personal information. And when you do actually find the website, it took us so long to actually find the forms, and so to save you a lot of time and frustration, I would definitely just check out BetterLegal, because they're going to help you legalize your business. They're so fast, like I believe it's like less than 10 minutes you can file everything, and they help you and guide you along the way, and they're also more affordable than any of the other places. Then I will give you guys a code for $30 off. You use my code ChrisXO. I'll also have the link down below. So I really just feel like if you're kind of stuck, I would always go back to things that you've always wanted to do ever since you were little, because that always ends up being what you truly want to do. So I actually just started my YouTube channel about a year ago, but I've had my YouTube channel since 2012, And I remember I actually tried to do like videos. I would like, that's why my URL is Christina Most Dope, because I was like in my swag phase. Always wanted to do YouTube videos, but I just never like had the confidence to do it. And I just find like I just have like a passion for, but I just need to figure out like what do I enjoy doing within YouTube. Because previously I thought I wanted to be a full-on vlogger. Like, I really wanted to be like that cool like lifestyle vlogger. When I did my first vlog, I believe it was like my third video? My third video. Guys, I cannot tell you how exhausted I was from vlogging that day. Like, my head hurt so bad. I almost like didn't even want to end it. It was just a lot. When you really need to get something done, it's just a lot faster to just get it done rather than trying to set up the camera and like making sure you get a good angle, making sure that you also talk to the camera and you're not just sitting typing on your computer. The whole thing about being a YouTuber, you have to know what to say when there's nothing to say. That's literally the sum of it, because normally people would just go and like grab a cup of water and go back to the table and eat it, but as a YouTuber, you're like trying to think of like things that you can say or share while you're doing all of these things when no one is around. That is literally the key. To find your passion, I would just go back into things that like you always wanted to do, because it's something that I feel like is right in front of our faces, but we just don't know because we're thinking way too hard into it. It's like, what do I like to do? What do I like to do? And most of the times our passions are something that we've always liked doing. And so just go back and kind of just sit there and journal or think and talk to yourself about like what kind of things that you've always wanted to do. Like, even if it's like the craziest thing. Another thing is that no matter how hard you want to be doing something that you're passionate about, because apparently like you don't work a day in your life if you do something you're passionate about, I will 100% tell you that my business, my blog, my YouTube channel, they're all things that I am passionate about, but there's gonna be a point that it starts feeling like work, because when you turn your passions into something that you have to rely on to make money, it's gonna be work no matter what, no matter how much you love it. So if you think that, oh, I want to turn my passion into like what I do for a living, 100% do that, but don't go into it thinking, oh, it'll never feel like work, because it really does. And I feel like one of the things that when you do turn your passion into something that you do, you have to start finding other things and like other hobbies aside from your passions to have like an outlet or to do something like fun. Because for example, if you're an Instagram influencer, right, you love talking about fashion, you love taking photos, you're going to start feeling like Instagram isn't your outlet for you to like go and like chill. Because once you make it your job, every time that you log in, you're gonna feel like you're working, and so you're gonna have to go find like something else outside of that, like going to yoga, going painting, going on walks, like whatever it is. Just be prepared. You need something other than your passions to stay sane. And even if you don't do anything that is non-traditional, going the traditional route and getting a career in marketing, finance, it's okay to do it for money. The thing is that I hate that employers want you to be passionate about the job. They want you to like love it, and that's okay. You can totally love your job. Like it's totally okay. But let's be real. This is a business transaction. I am giving you my time in order to get money. And if you want to get that like job that you know that is going to be stressful, but it pays you $90,000 a year, go and do it. There is nothing wrong with going and wanting to do something for money. Now, this is gonna go into like a little bit of a rant. I feel that a lot of people are so like annoyed with YouTubers when they take on sponsorships or when they do sponsored videos. But one thing that you have to realize is that this is my job. This is how I am paying my bills, because YouTube actually does not pay a lot. If like this video that I'm posting, I will be lucky if I even make $50 off of this video. 100%. $50. And so taking on sponsorships is really truly the only way that YouTubers can make a living off of YouTube. Sometimes it really just rubs me the wrong way because I don't think people understand, like, you're on a free platform, you get to watch things for free. You're upset because your favorite YouTuber is doing a sponsorship. You're like, if you want them to continue to put out this type of content, they're going to have to get money somehow. Like, as much as YouTubers love being on YouTube and creating content for you, like, you're humans too. Like, you have to survive somehow. And so it's just like, I don't know, that was just like my little rant, because this is our job and YouTubers have to make money somehow. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's try this one. I love spicy bagels. I really wish this was green chili because I love that one. Just because I feel like jalapeno slices can be like really thick and crunchy. And I'd rather just have like chopped up green chili, but so good. And say that you do want to take like the non-traditional route and like do something on social media, be a content creator or whatever it is. A lot of people will question you. They'll be like, well, what if YouTube dies? Or like, what if Instagram, like, there's no more Instagram or whatever it is? It's like, well, what if your business goes under? What if you get laid off? Like, you, as much as people can ask us questions, we can hit them back with other questions. So don't allow anyone to tell you, oh, what if this happens or what if that happens? Like, that doesn't seem very stable. It's like, first of all, it's not your life. Second of all, what if your job fires you? What if your job goes under? There's a lot more businesses closing down than YouTube not working or Instagram not working. Am I right or am I wrong? Like, that's just how I think of it. And honestly, I understand. There's always just like fear that goes around about working on social media and stuff, because it's like, oh, are you gonna be a YouTuber? Like, you're not gonna retire as a YouTuber. Like, what are you gonna do when you're older? Or what, like, you can't just be like an Instagram model when you're like 50, you know? And I want to say social media hasn't been around that long for us to see like people that are really young to like grow into old age. I have seen people that did YouTube when they were really young and now they have families and now they have like family channels. You kind of grow within your content. So many people have different careers within their life. Do this for now and then like later on they might just be like a real estate agent, or they might go into like finance or something. Like, who freaking cares? You're allowed to have more than one career in your life. You're allowed to do that. Because social media is so new, a lot of people have their reservations about it and how like legit it is. It's about to be 2022 and it's okay to be traditional, but I think we should make it okay to be non-traditional. So I noticed that I never shared with you guys my career journey. I think I've only shared me just doing internships and stuff before my business. Let's talk about my whole career journey, where I started off when I was 16. And up until like, I guess, my internship. My first job ever was McDonald's. I literally hated that job. Like, I remember, well, okay, like, I can't say I hated that job because I was there for like 2 years, but my first few days I hated that job. Like, I literally went home and I was crying. I was crying because I was just like, I hate this. Like, I hate the uniform. I ended up being a manager when I was 17. Lots of stories. Like, I remember this customer literally made me cry. It was bad. He was so mean. All because of chicken nuggets. Like, but I ended up working at this rehabilitation center and that place was so gross, guys. Oh, the only good thing about that was like I had to wear scrubs, so you know, like, scrub life, you know. Oh my gosh, I saw like the Drewski videos of him like give a girl scrubs and she like acts different, and oh my god, it literally like. Then after that I ended up being a personal assistant to like a doctorate engineer. So sad. They were amazing, like most amazing people ever. And then from there I got a job at Sally's. I'll show you guys my paycheck stubs from Sally's. Okay, so here is my little name tag for Sally's. So it's just proof that I work there. And just look at these checks. $300 and $1.69. Then we have this one for 46 hours at $364. Best job ever. Literally loved everyone that I worked with. I really just thought of the job as like shopping with my friends all the time. And so after that, I actually went and worked at a car dealership for like 5 days while I was still working at Sally's, because I was like, that's how cool my boss was. I told her, I was like, I'm kind of trying out this job, but I don't want to like quit yet. But yeah, quit that job 5 days after, stayed at Sally's. Then I ended up moving to like the city, and so I actually started working at Sprint. Then after that, kind of like a funny way how I got like fired at Sprint. And then I started working at Verizon, and then I ended up quitting there, and that's when I started doing my internship. That's basically it. That's like every place that I've worked at, all my jobs, and here I am eating a bagel, recording myself in a car before noon. Very interesting how life just kind of goes. If you are working at McDonald's right now, it's okay. It is not your forever job. You will not stay there forever, even though it feels like forever. And if there's something that you've always wanted to be passionate about, go and do it. Who cares what anyone thinks, even if it's something crazy. If you want to take the traditional route, go and do it. I feel like everyone's like, oh, you need to work for yourself, or you need to go start a business. Absolutely not if that's not your vibe. It's totally okay. Go and chase your money. If that job is going to pay you more, just go with the journey of life. I remember I stressed out way too much when I was younger about what I was gonna do, who I was gonna become, like where I was gonna be at in my career, and that's okay. I would have thought that I would have figured that out by 24. I still just go do whatever you want to do. Enjoy the journey, because once you get to that point of where you like reach that success, the most beautiful thing about it all is the journey. So that is all for today's video. Make sure to check out BetterLegal, $30 off with my code Christina F. Link is going to be down below. Comment, like, subscribe, help me grow my YouTube channel. I will see you guys in the next episode of In My 20s.